I'm scared. I think I've microwaved this for too long. Oh, oh my god, please don't smack. Oh. God, that's hot. Ooh, hello. Oh, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot, that's hot. You are going in the... Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So last week, NTU kindly asked me to take over their Instagram for the night to show new students and current students, I guess, what Bonfire night is like at the Forest Recreation Ground in Nottingham. And I've included some footage of the actual bonfire and other rides such as this one. And I managed to screen record the actual takeover if you're interested in watching this next bit. Hi everyone, my name's Gaia and I'm currently studying psychology or criminology in second year, and I'm going to be taking over Nottingham Trent's Instagram for the night to show you Bonfire night at the Forest Rec, so let's go! I hope you guys enjoyed my little takeover. If you have any more queries or questions about Nottingham or student life at NTU, I'll leave a link for my YouTube channel down below, or you can send me a DM on my Instagram, which I'll have around here somewhere. Bye guys. I've noticed my university related videos, such as my room tour and my Freshers Week, are way more popular than my other ones. So I thought to carry on that theme, and since it's the dreaded UCAS season, I thought why not. I love this, my horrible notes that I'm going to try and follow for today's video. So according to the UCAS website, which I have not checked in a long time, I do not miss that process at all. The UCAS deadline for 2020 applications is the 15th of January, and it's currently the start of November now. If you are doing the UCAS process and you don't really know if university is for you, don't be scared to just decide to have a gap year or decide. I don't really know how apprenticeships work, so I don't really know how the process of applying to get one works, because I went obviously straight into university, so I can't really comment on that, but I'm guessing there is a certain kind of application process interview sort of thing. I don't know. If you are watching this and you have done an apprenticeship, it would be great if you could just comment down below, give me some knowledge. I appreciate it. So first off, obviously if you are planning to go to university, you're going to need to decide on a course that you want to do, and I know that can be quite overwhelming because it's not as easy just going geography or history or maths. Even with something like psychology that I'm doing, there's so many different areas of psychology that you can do even as a general bachelor's degree. I've looked at courses where they've just been straight forensic psychology, or they focus more on developmental psychology, so it's just You know, some do specialise a bit more than others, so please check them out. Like, generally just do a lot of research. Like for me, because it's psychology, I looked at the BPS website, and they give you like a list of all the courses that like obviously are psychology in the UK, and whether or not they're actually accredited or not. It's not like accredited course, like a accredited course is bad or anything, but like if you do an accredited course, it kind of just looks better on your CV. Like it kind of stands for more, if that makes sense. So the way I did it, I looked at just all the accredited courses. I was like, no, I'm not going to look at just the normal ones. I don't know, that's just me being, I don't know, like I want to do a good course. Read the actual modules. Don't just go, oh, okay,
I found a course, I found a university, boom, it's done, this sort of sounds like me.
Like, actually read the modules that you're doing, not just in year 1 but in year 2 and 3, like especially if you get to pick optional modules in year 3, because at the end of the day, like for me, I wanted to have a good selection, because you know, you might as well, like you're paying £9 you need to find something for you. Also, go to open days. Like I can't stress this enough, like it's so important to check out the uni you're going to. You're living there for 3+ years. Like you may decide to stay and do a master's or a PhD. Like you need to actually like where you're going, and personally I think it's a stupid idea if you apply and you've just never been, because yes, you may like the course, but it's not just the course. University isn't just about the degree, it's everything. Like, you know, it's the nightlife, the city, the people, like everything. You just need to go to get a feel of the place. And also when you're there, take photos, because they all just sort of merge into one, especially if you go to a lot of open days. Luckily I only went to like 5 because I was pretty sure which ones. I'd narrowed it down. That's another thing. Once you have decided on like the course you want to do, check out, like there are websites where you can look at every single university that does that kind of course, and then you can obviously compare them. There's loads of comparison sites as well. I'll link a few down below, and you know, look at league tables as well. Like that's really important. It's not the deal breaker for me, because personally I know some people literally base everything on league tables. They're like, no, I've got to go to Oxbridge, no, I've got to, you know, go to a really good university, which is fair enough. Like you don't be spending £9 and going somewhere it's just awful. For me, I didn't want to just go somewhere that was like really, really good, like just in the academic sense. Like I wanted to go somewhere where I generally enjoyed the course, because I know so many people who have gone to an outstanding university, or they've gone to Oxbridge or like whatever, and they've just realised it's not for them, or the course just wasn't that great. Like Cambridge did was it a psychological and behavioural science course? I think it was something like that. And I thought, oh, that sounds cool, and obviously it's going to be a good course because it's, you know, Cambridge. But like when I actually checked it out, I was like, this isn't really for me. I want to just do slightly different things in my course. So don't just go to a university just because it's high up on the league table, because if you do that and you turn up there and you don't like it, you're kind of screwed. Also, touching on Oxbridge, don't be scared to apply for Oxbridge. Like look at the courses though. Just don't apply for Oxbridge just because, like, it's like a double-edged sword really. Don't not apply to Oxbridge because you think you won't get in, but also don't just apply to Oxbridge because it's Oxbridge. Like, you've got to enjoy the subject, you really do, because you're gonna learn to sort of hate it if you don't love it, because it will get hard and there will be times where you just sort of want to drop out, and wanting to drop out becomes really easy if you hate the subject, or like if it's not the perfect course for you, you end up just not sticking at it, and then obviously that's another £9 that you can't get back, plus accommodation fees. So check it out. But yeah, Oxbridge does some amazing courses, and obviously it's known for its like how amazing the academia is there. so don't be scared to try out. Also on open days, check out the different facilities, especially if you don't know what exactly you want to do. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do psychology or art/fashion. So when I went to the open days, I not only went to psychology kind of themed lectures, I also checked out the art department. So if you're torn between two courses, especially if they're very different courses, don't just feel like when you go to an open day that you only need to look at one subject. Like, look at different places, like just look at everything. Check out like the student union and the general like facilities for everyone, like the gym, the cafes around there, you know, whether they actually have tram stops or like buses that take you onto campus. That's great as well. Also check the city in general, because at the end of the day you're living there for, you know, all those years. You need to actually, at the end of the day, pick somewhere where you actually see yourself living. Go around all the accommodation if you can, take photos. I was that person who was too scared to get their phone out and take photos of someone's room, but at the end of the day you're gonna forget what that person's room looks like and then stress because you don't know which accommodation to pick. I googled so much about Nottingham Trent, especially like at the time there wasn't that many room tours. I think even now there isn't that much when it comes to like what accommodation really looks like at NTU from like a student's point of view. For me, I didn't really find what I was looking for. I just wanted to watch someone sit down and tell me their honest opinion about the university. Luckily there's a lot more content out there now. And that's part of the reason why I've started this kind of channel, because I want to be that hub of information. I want to be that resource. I don't think there is currently an NTU YouTuber, like a main one, that has done, like there's a few that I've watched, and I did watch back when I started, and I watched Trent TV when they, you know, they interview people. And I'm not saying I plan to be that NTU YouTuber, but I do want to give new students starting there, or students who are thinking of starting university, you know, that advice and those tips, so they feel a lot more confident in the application process of university. You know, I want to be able to give you that insight into what university is like, especially at NTU, because I didn't have that. Also check out Student Room as well. Check out all the forums, because chances are they will have answered your questions. Obviously a big one is the distance. Ask yourself whether you'd rather stay closer to home. For me, I wanted to feel like I was out of Birmingham, because originally I'm from Birmingham, and not that I didn't want to be anywhere near it, but like I just wanted to feel like that was my hometown and this was my uni town, and there were two different worlds. But I also didn't want to be like, I don't know, go as far as like Edinburgh, where I wouldn't be able to visit my family a lot. So luckily it's only an hour away on the train, so it's doable, and I still see my family quite a lot, yet I still feel like that independence. If you want to stay in your hometown, and more importantly if you actually want to stay at home during uni, like if you want to live there during the term time, that's completely fine. Like I know so many people who stayed in Birmingham and went to uni in Birmingham because it's easier for them, or they just love it there. Also check out like the surrounding kind of nightlife and like what things you can do in your city. You're not going to be studying and going to lectures all the time. A lot of the time you'll be not even like partying, but you'll just be spending alone, or you'll be with friends, and you need places to go. Even if you're not like a big drinker or you don't really like going out, like it's still good to check out the kind of just the places you can go to. Like for example, there's a bar in Nottingham which does they do like free, you can sit in there and just play games like Nintendo Wii games. You don't even need to go in there and like buy a cocktail or anything. You can literally just sit in there and play games, and it's just, you need to find, if that's your thing, like it's really good to find a city where you can still go out and do new things. And next one, if you have questions, don't be scared to email or call them, especially if you forgot to ask a certain question on open days. Like I know it can be quite scary sometimes not to ask there and then, like, you know, if you can, do, because it is their job to answer your questions. If you thought of a question in the meantime after that open day, don't be scared to email or call up, you know, student services. even after like the UCAS deadline is gone, ask for advice. Like I was constantly asking them about accommodation, like about the deposits and like the deadlines and all. Also, personally, this wasn't really I didn't really think about this one because I kind of thought all of them would be a certain way, but check out whether a university that you're interested in is catered or you have to, you know, self-cater. Most universities are self-catered, but you still do get a few of them, like Oxbridge, that are catered. Especially if you've got kind of like dietary needs, check it out. Sometimes it is cheaper to do self-catered. I think, personally, I prefer self-catered because not only do you definitely get to decide what you're going to eat, but you also just, it gives you practice in the real world of budgeting, your weekly shopping and cooking for yourself and just all those basic adulting things that you do need. Obviously I've never had it, but I'm sure catering is really good, like just knowing that you're definitely going to have a hot meal, you know, in front of you by the end of the night. Last one, don't pick a university just because your mates or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever's going. That wasn't really a priority for me. You know, even if I had had a boyfriend who was going to university, that wouldn't have affected me. Like I wouldn't have followed him because at the end of the day, you guys could break up. Or even with friendships, you guys could just not be friends anymore and you're stuck at a uni that you don't like. And I've always said this, you know, I care more about my degree than just a boyfriend, because at the end of the day, you came into this world alone, you're gonna die alone. Like, people are constantly changing and you don't know if that person is gonna be in your life forever. However, you know you and your qualifications are gonna be with you for the rest of your life. Don't go somewhere just because that person's going there, unless you are certain that that is your course, that is your dream uni. Then just don't do it, because a lot of people, including myself, broke up with people during their first year at uni. I told myself, oh, it wasn't going to happen, all this stuff, but it does. You're going to constantly meet new people, and however, that's not the same for your degree. You're going to be stuck with that degree for 3 years. So you also can get scholarships sometimes for music and sports. So just honestly, bottom line is, for this video, research. Just do so much research when you're looking at university, because it's vital that you are happy with where you're going and everything is right for you. My main bit of advice is trust your gut instinct. Go where most suits you. For me, that was Nottingham, and I'm so happy I'm here. Also, comment if you actually get this far in this video. I know it's a bit of a long chatty video, but I've been told by a few people that they actually quite like this kind of sit down and ramble vlog thing. I keep moving my tripod, so but I'm probably gonna leave it there. Thanks guys for watching. I should have more uni related stuff coming out soon. I'm going to be filming a bit about second year houses and third year houses as well, and how to deal with homesickness. You know, if you are interested in that sort of thing, click the bell down below so you are notified, and don't forget to subscribe. It means the world to me, as I always say, seeing this, you know, the numbers slowly tot up. That's it from me guys. I hope this was helpful. If you are someone looking at going to university next year or this year, or you are going to university. So yeah, bye guys, see you next week.